나올라 그래서 나온저 제름 지게 람 림 뒤뒤 나라서야 디 거시제 디가르스 나온저 자산에 와서 베네 동할에 타고 거래 디기 주고 거래 제사다 동할에 타 디기 주에 되라 만족이 동할에 타르게 삼바게 야 근데 동할에 코르 동할에 균 다제 되네 코르 될라 타고도 선배 삼바게 거래스 되네게 삼바게네 다 코르 동할에 될라 큐베 누바도 술도 라가도 근데 겸요 건조스나 요래세 되네 인자다 만도 동하 타달래 건조스 겸요 건조스 껴부리 선배게 돼 겸로 지고래제 한 겸로 제바 점이 되고 마 겸르게 랍제 랍야데 가르선다 겸르게 랍제 소디 안저기 디부 빠야단 개어주게 되레스 지나 디부 빵바이나 마송게 디부 치기여자 디부데 빠샤바이나 아니 마송레 기 말에 야마 지나 땅은 개어 용고여자 디유 규데 개어자 개어주고 그래서 지나 디부 빵 개어주고 그래서 지나 디부 빵야게 다 개어봉 제 개어봉야게 디부 숙치 뭐게야라 네 가르고 그러세네 네 레균디게 남샤데 야고삼 그러세 지나 디바체바이나 데네든 디바치네 디고데네 동아 용고래 예베 동아 가서 동아 아나 이다게 동아 밀게바이나 동아 파토메바데네 용고 차월 데차산 디비티고래 삼자 데네자 데네 삼타바이나 디바파야게 되와 숙치물리기레스 장한조게다 기위디오 개와 주바이나 기위디고드는 다다 밀게야다 체델이야 네 지금 튜니엔 상와나 아니 류기와 셈되고 셈기보다 류되와 아니 지금 현재 아니 지금 두시용거래서지 두삼다면에 기위디고 삼다도 아니 개와 주베 두바 되녀기 숙치무기리에스 제가 개와 주베게 되녀기 두바 숙치무기야나 동아 파두 미개와 파야기 파도기 두바 숙치무기야라 아니 레균디 디기
Last week we looked at a verse from Lama Tsongkhapa's Song of Spiritual Experience, or sometimes called the Short Lam Rim. And he presented a number of key points in this one verse, where he mentioned that all of us wanting to experience only happiness and be freed from all forms of pain and misery, in order to actualize, to fulfill this heartfelt desire, we need to identify the causes that do lead to happiness and those that do lead to suffering. But in order to give rise to the strength of mind that will examine what are those respective causes, we have to reflect on cyclic existence. We have to come to see how suffering pervades cyclic existence, and its independence on the generation of this clear understanding of the sufferings of samsara, that we all want to then identify the causes that lead to suffering. And having given rise to those two realizations, firstly the sufferings of samsara and secondly the causes of suffering, our mind will naturally turn to how we can attain freedom, who can guide us, who can protect us from the sufferings of samsara. And that leads us to refuge in the three jewels, seeing that it's the three jewels who can skillfully guide us to attain protection within ourselves. And this is the mind of refuge. And in order to give rise to this in a transformative manner, we need to reflect on what are the causes that give rise to results. So here we think about all the sufferings in samsara, those sufferings that are being experienced by beings in the lower realms, and as well as the sufferings that are being experienced by beings in the pleasant migrations. And through reflecting on the sufferings that are being experienced, which are results of causes, we will then reflect on the causes. And we'll recognize the causes that we have accumulated and that thereby abide on our own continuums. And that those causes, if ripened, will ripen either in suffering, depending on if they're non-virtuous, or if they're virtuous, will ripen in happiness. So here, through thinking about the sufferings of the lower realms, as well as the conducive conditions that are required in order to spiritually progress, we will then reflect on their respective causes. So here we see how there's this close relationship between reflecting on the sufferings of the lower migrations and the so-called pleasant migrations, on refuge, and on causality itself, giving rise to this wish to be liberated from suffering. So last week then, we tied the preceding Lam Rim section of refuge very tightly or very closely to this current section, that of causality, that of karma. Today then we'll continue with on page 26, what we have as in the first main paragraph, the 8 conducive qualities, or we could call them the 8 qualities of maturation or fully ripening qualities.
Geyangsa Mikewa Jubongu Tsurim Sungbesa Tien Sampa Nime Yang Lam Chok Namjin Dubala Namjin Dubala Rik Twajin Suk Sangwa Soye Nemiye Yuna Yeda Tembashi Ndukwe Esore. Tisnadang Anzuye Tinang Tsurim Sungbe Yamlin Chabana Tsurim Sungwana and Dele Tien Sampa Milurim Hada Miko Bantu Tures. Tadi Toba Samgi Dajigan are Telenza Tien Delia and Nemi Yunde and Manzuki Yunde Yeda Tembachi Yontubachi Regida.
On page 26 then, in the first paragraph, by guarding the ethical conduct of avoiding the 10 non-virtues, you will have a good rebirth. But if you wish to go beyond that and gain the 8 qualities conducive to continuing along the supreme path to omniscience, qualities such as good rebirth, good family, strong mind, and harmonious body, then these also need to be created. So here, the first sentence points out explicitly that in order to attain a good rebirth in a pleasant realm, one has to cultivate ethical restraint. This is essential. But in order to be able to rapidly develop spiritually, there are further causes that need to be cultivated. And these are referred to here as the 8 qualities conducive to continuing along the supreme path to omniscience.
Tseponsum Soba, Tseponsum Soba, Kado Ponsum Soba, Rik Ponsum Soba, Wangchu Ponsum Soba, Tsik Zumba, Tsik Zumba, then Wang Chewa Jabas, Wana Chimbu Yabashi, then Mi Wongbo the Tempas, Mi Wongbo the Tempa, then Dopta Tempas Kuguris, Mi Wongbo the Tempa. Mi kebi wongpo de tempas, tele kebi wongpo tempa la doa. Kebas mi kebi wongpo tempa so, tene di tu shesha ita. Tade tinge de shesha de mi kebi wongpo, mi keba na mi kebi wongpo de tempa sa chi. Namgyun ta chigen.
Gosa. So the text refers to the 8 conducive qualities. This is a specific set of 8, which would be called the 8 qualities of full ripening, or the 8 qualities of full maturation. The text only presents them in an abbreviated way. So the full 8 are having a long life. Secondly, having excellent coloration. Thirdly, having perfect family lineage. And fourthly, a perfect ruler. Fifthly, authoritative words. Sixthly, renowned for great power. Seventh, born as a human being. And 8th, having power. So we'll look at these then individually.
It's not that Telepon soba Google, what I'm a milk given, Telepon soba Mebana, and then me give you Danda, Govashira to 2 miles. Telepon soba Lana Carlsen and Serimbo Silva, Serimbo, Serimbo, Serimbo Mebana, and then milk get you might 직 니마 가시 지와다 다와 가시 나는 시로와다 안 로가시 나는 시로와 있나 하는 아주기 다 띵 된다 가르되는 밀게 미띵 될야 근데 디부 보야다 개버 주비게 자와치고로 디봉 개루게 자와치고로 제가 세 통동이나 디봉 개룹제에게 자와디 고브라고 말와다 근데 보초중 갑리 시베네다 델레데라고 미셴보이네다 아주 직 로이 십중업진나라 시로베네 아지 디봉 개룹제에게 개버 주비에게 자와디 뉴뉴마도 고브라고 말디네 연장 세릉부고고레제 제상한줄 밀게 와이네 다 디봉 개룹제알이야 아니 아주 세릉부고고레제래.
These 8 qualities then refer to qualities that enhance a human life, qualities that would make a human life so much more effective for spiritual development. So we look at the first one, that of having a long life. So if one is born as a human, but one's lifespan is very short, and one dies perhaps in the womb or shortly after birth as an infant or at a young age, then whilst one has achieved a human rebirth, one will not be able to come anywhere near to achieving the potential of a human rebirth, such as being able to accumulate vast stores of positive karma and purify vast amounts of negative karma. So such an opportunity that a human life presents is lost if one does not have a long life. So therefore, the first good quality, or conducive quality, is having a long life.
다니네 가도 폰좀 쳐봐치고 그래서 당한주 밀리게베네 다 밀리게 세릉부되베네 다 가도 폰좀 쳐봐치고 그래서 디 마두바메나 만족이 취해야라 고갑래 니 디봉기를 취해야라 딱다지 통 말했어 다 가도 폰좀 쳐봐 갈라와서는 수부 야고치고 그래 수상와 수부 야고치 안에 공부 상와치고 그래지 수부이 다 지금 수부를 안에 지금 야고 매베네 배 수부 교보다 이제 지금 수부를 근데 지게 진내 낮에다 되니까 그릭다 지 통마디오라지 예배네 근데 오모 마상와 암조 봐 미탕다메 되게 근데 강발라와다 되니게 탕다메 봐 있나 근데 최지가 바시라 라버도 만족이 원보 탕다지로 미리 원보다 미 원보데 탕다메네 야보메네 되니 아직 롭장 지야라 바시리 제 원보 암조 고에게 탕다메 봐 있나 안데서에 딕타 이제 류이 원보 타다면은 지금 원보지 탕보지 하고 싶고 그래서 안데는 지금 수부디게네 통대보다 안데 지금 너다 템바 쳐봐이나 저기 안데 최식이 고갑 될이야 안 되니 지역에 최식이 고갑하고 되니 매번 되니기 직 튕긴지다 마상바이네 아주 최식이를 돼서 발시 용고래서 이제 인자 디봉 그룹 제야라 안 지금 님이 좀 되니 용고래지래.
The second of these eight conducive qualities is literally excellent coloration. So to understand this it's to have having achieved a human rebirth as well as having a long lifespan. Then one also needs to have a good health as well as one's sense faculties to be fully developed, to not be impeded. So it's literally sounds a little strange, excellent coloration, but it refers to having excellent sense faculties as well as good health. Because if one achieves a human rebirth and has a long life, but one easily falls ill, perhaps one has a low immune system and is regularly overcome by illness, or one's sense faculties such as sight and sound, these have great flaws. So one struggles to read texts or to hear teachings, or if one's intelligence is quite limited, and one struggles then to be able to use reasoning, then these would all serve as severe impediments to being able to cultivate the Dharma within oneself. So here then the second conducive circumstance or second conducive quality is to be of sound health as well as having faultless sense faculties.
Dene rikpunzum soba chiko gure la rikpunzum soba sede Carlsen denegi riktel ya soso kewalen segi da rikti rikyabo chi da benanga jugi 내갑단 뒤다 lumba papegi ane chike chabar yung kore bene lumba gyab chi na la ya chik rik de la gebe rik de gebe za chi mu zia da tong chi mu shu chi ne gebe rik de gebe na ane so su gi chen yim ja da shen lia ane digi tu ya shen gi pando tu ya la nu ba che yong tu kore da ya chik gyab da lumba ti na la ya rik de la jam ze rik de be ma se ge chi mu da za chi mu ri gi be na ya chik rik de la ya gebe na denig rik chi gebe na 안 될이야 안 지금 소식이 기주주야래 샹기 디기주야래 샹기 강아세 주야래야 니버체 용도 거래 안디 된직 되네 안디 멤베게 당아 저기 지단에 셔봐 있나 당아 저기 깨서들이야 밀게봐 있나 소식이 깨게 파마디게 안에 지게 낭셔를 대버여 되게 안에 지게 시규 상부여 되게 안지기요 데니치를 깨봐 있나 깨고 데니 깨봐 있나 소소나라 취재야 안에 고급이야다 안디 용거래 안에 파마디게 취를 대버여봐 안에 지게 변조를 통해 강함에 되게 안지게 안 데니치 고거래 데니 여봐 있나 안에 깨봐 있나 안에 소식이 취재야 고급이야가 아마오만의 샹리에 펴버두발아야 안 펴버두 채용 거래서 자다 파마로 배 취기네 케멜에겐 디베 장장제 되겐 미교부 휴우실 기르베네 야 소설이야 튕겨내야 강아치 게 디본케도 제발아 강아치고 되는데서 릭푸좀 소바셔야 돼 지상만 rik 개별단 잠재리다 되네 릭삼 나와있나 그 룸바단 개합대소야 릭디자 첨보레선 델이야 예침부 지구여바나 릭델에 개바나 되네 릭릭 개바나 판도치 연구 두두고 그래제래 다 되네 릭이 개바셔라 매되가 나 룸바 되네 집에나 다 소소랑랑기 계속 파마디게 낭배 쳐라 대바여바다 아니 아직 파마라 강함에다 튕긴디게 야보여 되게 아니 되네 지래 개바이나 아니 영 가서래 소소게 기초주야 단티본거를 자 아니 샬라 펜버주발라 한 판도 체용을 진짜 릭푼선 소바서 되네 지래서 그래.
The third of the eight qualities of full maturation is that of being of a perfect family lineage. This we can understand quite easily in the way the world used to be divided, where in terms of the time and the situation and the place where one was born into, where in particular if one was of for example, a royal lineage, then one would immediately have authority. And if independence on such a royal lineage, one embarked on a spiritual life, studying the Dharma, practicing the Dharma, and then teaching the Dharma, because of the lineage one was born into, such as the royal lineage, people would readily be open and receptive to what one would have to say. So here, in our modern world, this is perhaps quite different. But one can understand, though, how people born into particular circumstances or particular places, they will have more readily have more influence over others. Others will be more receptive to what they have to say, eager to hear what they have to say. So in our own societies, we can think of people who are perhaps in such a situation, who are naturally find themselves in such a situation. But then to be perhaps more explicit, what this also refers to is being born into a family where one's family has faith in the Buddha Dharma, and one's family are naturally ethical and kind-hearted, and materially they have abundant resources, so that the family is not impoverished. Because born into such a family, then one's family are more likely to encourage one from a young age to hear teachings, to reflect on those teachings, as well as then when one's older and one from one's own side wants to follow the Buddha Dharma and live one's life in accordance with the Buddha Dharma, one's family would not only not create obstacles, but would encourage one. So this is very different from being born into a family where perhaps there's tremendous material impoverishment. That will serve as an impediment to one's family encouraging one to follow the Dharma. Or if one has this own choice later when one's a bit older, one's family may insist that you provide material support for them first and foremost because they're impoverished. And thereby this would serve as an impediment to one's spiritual development. Or likewise, if one's family are naturally unethical and are disdainful towards an ethical way of living, then this will not serve as a good example, of course, and they will not encourage one if one wants to live an ethical life. So here, one strives to rather be born into what the text calls a perfect family lineage. It's a family that has faith in the Buddha Dharma, that is naturally ethical and kind-hearted, and has sufficient, if not an abundance, of material resources, and thereby encourages one to live in accordance with the Dharma and is very receptive to one wanting to live a spiritual life.
Dene wangchu phunzum tsopa seore. Da wangchu phunzum tsopa seade sosolya ane jige kor kasore longje ya woiba tunje ya woye sku res tunje ya woye bana ne soso chue juwe kanga meba an shenlia sosol tunje mena di thone tunje thone kanga cheje anzo kanga mongbo che da an di thone an jigle che nyamne che me de dibon ke che mo do ngorwa dene za soso ya longje ya wo ku res an de kor ya wo soso da kor se soso da 지게 소수기 마 랍지 잡네 녀게 유hen 녀게달 코르망부 여바다 아니 녀도 망부 여바지 되는 여바이나 아니 이제 소다 여바지 디고 말 여면 튠부고 와셔서 튠부다 니도 야고 망부 여바 소소 코르망부 여바 소소 롱주 친부 여바지 이메이나 디니케베이나 아니 소소기네 기주의 주야랴 중그래 아니 셴래나 펜바께 주주도 소소 롱주 친부에는 셴랴 안동아 시 드로바치네 까마세투에 용그래 아니 소소 코르망부에나 소소기 코 소소기 코르망부에나 제솔랴 아니 지게 소소기 기주의 냠네 디본케르 제네 온코르디길에 디본케르 제 람된제 아니 소소기 롱주에도네 로바체 아니 고두시네 디용그레스 니도 망부 여바이나 안 디토네 안 셴래 펜바 망부 갸체 주 투부레스 진짜 니네 자 니도 망부 여 디니치 고그레지 원주 분수 소파시 걸
The fourth of the 8 qualities is that of being a perfect ruler. So what this refers to is having an abundance of material resources, so that one has no impediment from in terms of not at all being impoverished. One has no impediment to engaging in spiritual practice. And moreover, one has the capacity to be able to be of assistance to those who have the wish to engage in spiritual development, but they face material impoverishment, and they therefore do not have the luxury of the freedom of time and opportunity to engage in spiritual development, despite having the wish. And here, you yourself, having an abundance of material resources, can help them, and thereby present them the opportunity to be able to engage in spiritual development. And a second understanding, a second meaning to this fourth point, that of being a perfect ruler, means that one has one has close and harmonious relationships, develops close and harmonious relationships with others very easily, and thereby, when one has students, then having close and harmonious relationships with them, one can with far greater ease be a positive influence in their lives. One can, due to this, naturally having harmonious relationships with them, influence them in guiding them in terms of their spiritual development. And therefore, with greater ease, one can be of direct benefit to them, and through them, be of greater benefit to a great benefit to a wide number of beings. So this then is the second layer of understanding to this fourth point of being a perfect ruler, and of being able to having many people that one has close and harmonious relationships with, and directly therefore can be a positive influence in their life, and through them indirectly be of great benefit to many more beings.
때문에 저기 여름지로 처음에나 여름지기 야나 보인 마 보여쇼 제 야할 패진 여름지배 지구를 견지 배바디게야 즉 시자주야다 안지게 공부자상 주야다 디니기도 람든배 마시기 즉 판도 야심을 주어래 아니 야름지기 조조 체지요래 디기 아니 데야 자나야로 김미님도 계시에 마 안도스네 지치네 안도스네 베는마 안 제레 야름지 폐체위 제레안 베는마 두기모 올레토데 디자데디 야름지기 조조 제 지요래 디기도 제바래 배 버슝길 차상한 버슝길 얘기거래 되네 야름지기 분야 보모지요로 와지진 베말라서 그런게 아니 집에 랍자 주야는 긴 차상도 스캔에 아니 뭐 보고 랍자 부수고 하던 해마서 시 딩네 자야다 되네기 깔래면 보자다 안 디만 비안 그러면치 분야 니 지기디 와요 되네기 돼서 안 보여준기 차례 제제 안 보여준기 구sab제 보이도 와 되는지 안 판도하게 지금 그거 진짜 야름지기 군지 싱아지기다 안 야름지 코로나다 되네기 군지 숨싱아지기 되는지 아나야 아니 집 차상 그럼 보여준기 돈에 레가레제나 미망이 디기주야다 안 강아세야 뱀마세 판도 지금 중국을 베디로시와다 디나신 당한 중에 된지 용바이나 지용을이야 지소리야 십주시하고 주야다 현실이 디기 수야다 디기 주야다 동아세야 판도 개침 용고로와 된자다 제가 니니도 마와세 베로시 다 되네시 그러와.
This may sound a little bit abstract from one's own experience, but actually there are living examples of this in the world. For example, if we think of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, because of his tremendous inner qualities, he is able to have such a positive impact on the world. Not only those who have the good fortune to regularly be in his presence, but so many who only occasionally find themselves in his presence, as well as many who never get to be with him physically, but indirectly are influenced, come under his influence, come under his care. So we can think most easily of His Holiness having fled into India, and he is able to directly lead and guide the entire Tibetan community that has found themselves in exile in India, as well as in the broader exile community, whether they are in the lay communities or in the monastic communities. His Holiness is able to directly be of benefit to the entire exile Tibetan community. And moreover, because of his incredible qualities, those in Tibet still have tremendous faith in him, and so many, at great personal risk, have come from Tibet to India to receive teachings and guidance from His Holiness, then returned to their Tibetan communities and shared his guidance, shared his teachings and advice that he's given to the Tibetan community. And thereby His Holiness is able, through his students, to be of indirect benefit to the entire Tibetan community, whether in within geographical Tibet or spread throughout the world. And moreover, those who, amongst His Holiness's relatives, his family, many, such as his elder sister Jetsun Pema, have done so much good in this world. And they have been able to help the Tibetan community and others, not only in dependence on their tremendous inner qualities, but through being His Holiness's relatives. Being His Holiness's relatives has given them authority and influence that they otherwise would not have had, and thereby, through their inner qualities, they can have then they could express their inner qualities and be of such benefit to others, helping, for example, through the Tibetan schooling system, the TCV, and they've been able to help so many Tibetan children and adults gain university education as well as their schooling. And then also those in the larger, you could say perhaps, entourage of His Holiness, the Tibetan government, or the Tibetan government in exile. We don't call that, it's not called that anymore, the Tibetan Central Administration. So because of their link to His Holiness, and because of that link to His Holiness and His Holiness's qualities, the Tibetan community has such faith in the Tibetan Central Administration, the TCA, that they are able to impart advice and guidance and direction to the Tibetan community, and the Tibetan community readily accepts and follows this. And thereby, their exile experience has not been nearly as harsh as it otherwise would have been. So all of this is possible because of, firstly, His Holiness's incomparable qualities, but also then those who are part of his wider circle, whether as direct relatives or those who are his, perhaps you could say, his representatives through the TCA or elsewhere. They are able to be of great benefit in this world.
And go hard matter, and me chambu meba dike, jig zöver jatuene pa, Geshe Thubten Geshe ba chasang tumbu sui jine chasang zöver ti pa chambu sui jike. On dene jig yoba na jig Geshe dene yoba na, an xie dene zhangbo xie da jig, an Geshe denba janja xie kan, an jig dene chambu sui jine dene yoba na, an jig mi chasang ki, an gaso de delia. 구십지고 와다 가서는 뻥보치고 뻥보차고 그렇지. 가서는 즉 말을 전에 미디 계시오세 미디 계시세 계시 오다고 디시도 대라 다바레스는 이시체체 미샤상 구십고 구치기레스. 지사 니네자 그런 게 직고용 거 셰바들 차상게 오늘 이시체체. 아니 다디 코시에도 다다데 이디 제수장 고레세는 그 제수장 그래서 니네자 직순바세 니네 고레제. 지사 직순바는 나다던다라 남윤 기시에 되게 정부 장샤시에 당 밀 고고르 마다야 안 준 차마 직수 되는게 마셔봐지 기시 정부시에 당 정부시에 당 미모주 바디게 튜브스에 되는 제게 있나 아니 지 기시에 되게 뉴버드 템바 여바이나 미차상 거 기시들이야 이시체 아니 야디 제수 장제 안두 제게레스 지난 되는게 직수 봐야 되는 시에서
First, for the 8 qualities then: long life, excellent coloration, perfect family lineage, and perfect ruler. So now the 5th one is perhaps will be clearer from its title, authoritative words. So this is where one's communication, one's verbal communication, is always non-deceptive. It's honest, it's gentle. And this is consistently so, no matter whom one is interacting with, whether they are someone of great power and importance and influence in this world, or whether they're just everyday common person. The way of communication doesn't change. It's always honest. It's always non-deceptive. And if we think of the 4 non-virtues of speech, such a person would never engage in these. They wouldn't lie, wouldn't use harsh speech, divisive speech, or gossip. And the great importance of having this 5th or the 8th qualities of authoritative words is not merely that one communicates in this way, but having this quality means that others will readily trust you. They will know that you are an honest person and will therefore always want to hear what you have to say and readily trust what is said. So here, with one's having a pure motivation, communicating in this way, and one's words having authority, then others will follow your advice. And this is really important because imparting good advice is, of course, crucial, but others need to trust that advice. And they will be they'll more readily trust that advice if they see you as an honest and trustworthy person. And therefore, seeing you as such, will follow your good advice, will put it into practice, and thereby you will be able to be of benefit to others and guide them well.
예 롱죄다 안 되니게 토네 야 현래 진바 당바 덴바 나야 데 거부여 바지 진바 나도 땅위여 바 당바이나 안 될이야 가려고서네 안 미차상기 안 될이야 소술이야 지게 미차상기 안 될이야 거부지야다 안 차상기 될이야 뛰어가돼야 안 지금 소술이 왕나지 모래제 그래서 디응구로 앞에 롬바 카와이네 지금 미디기 로봇 제시 현래 로봇까지 망아 제도네 지기에는 니 미디 가서 지소치나는 미디 뜻 원셰요 가서는 코롱기 가서 또 로바가제 마 제투이네 한 코롱을야 미션하게 로바 집에 이제 미션상 코롱을 거부치고 지상 거기 계시야 미션에 가르치네 녀다 안에 지게 녀체와 가르치는 90체와 걸 지상 왕체와 걸 했어요 왕다 친구는 그랬어 디네 왕다 친구 용어 받이 디네기 아니 왕다 친구에 미쳐상게 소설야 거부제지 안데 네 이제 소설을 거부제 왕다 친구에 소설이 어디지 게주를 위하려나 잖아 팬버도 어디 내가 디지네 야고요 디지기요 말시나 닝거로 봐 진짜 왕다 매간지나 누버매나 왕다서 누버매나 아니 시네 내가 제요 말받아
The sixth of the 8 qualities of full maturation is then renowned for great power. So what this refers to is that, for example, one takes great delight in generosity. You think of the wide number of a wide variety of ways that one can be generous, not just materially, but with one's time and with one's skills and abilities. Then, through helping others and taking delight and looking for ways to be of benefit and helping others skillfully in accordance with their needs, then not only does one alleviate the suffering of others, oneself, and take great delight in alleviating the suffering of others, in response, others show great appreciation for the help that they are receiving. And one receives a great renown for being of help to others, to benefiting others in accordance with one's capacity, and often in a way that in society in general is seen as quite extraordinary, that someone with whatever capacity is helping to this extent. So why this is important and why this is mentioned here amongst these eight good qualities is not just the importance of helping others, but it's through others appreciating the help that you are giving, because you having not just this good quality, but all the others too, and you are helping them thereby with a pure motivation. They, through developing this close relationship with you and seeing you in a positive light, they are receptive to what you have to say, receptive to the advice and guidance that you give to them. And being ever more receptive to what one has to say and to wanting to receive advice and guidance, one is able to help them in an ever broader number of ways. In particular, in practicing generosity in terms of giving good advice, or teachings in terms of this is virtue, this is what you should be engaging in. These ways of thinking and acting and speaking are non-virtuous and should be avoided, and so forth. So these are some of the variety of ways one practices generosity, helping others in a variety of ways. And then here, when it's being renowned for great power, refers to the way others receive you and receive your advice, and thereby one can be of ever greater benefit and greater influence on the lives of others.
다던다라 가르치고서는 아주 유다 내갑 유갑 소설이야 아니 깨바디 아니 지게 야가치야라 아니 지 누버체와다 아니 배주체 와다 지 배주체 중요베나 깨비 원보의 템바시나 아니 랑기 냠내체야레 샹레 펜버투가라 배주체 용거를 해제래 지상 깨비 원보의 템바 다 유다 내갑이야 아니 뭐요 원보 부메치마이나 디리는 양지 자체 롬버디다 내가 개합되설이야 미미의 토네 아니 내가 자체 주투에 팸 샹라 팸버 체 주투야다 아니 소소 개주주야나 고급상이요 봐 야가라고요 봐다 아니 데니기 샹라 팸버주야나 팸버 개바체나 부메디기 누버체 주투고요 봐나 디리 내가 롬바 뒤다 내가 되설이야 부메 원보 때문에 고고레스 나 지난 데니기라 개발 매되게 임바 매배 내가 뒤뒤다 내가 불 임바이나 당한저게 다 하다 미다 든주에 개와체바이나 다 미원보 미개발렘바이나 랑기 근데 저게 저게 밀기용도 미원보 개바이나다 저게 샹레 랑기 자와체바이나레 샹레 판도주에 있는데 미나 아니 미류실렘바이나 Pandoja Gyatso Tuyadang, Dendela Soso Geju to Dibon Gutchevena, Nubache Yonda, Jane Pambo Dubina, Nubache Yonto Winza, the Nigi me on what the Tempasco is on Dusin, on what the Tempa said, the Nixie.
Then the seventh of the eight, they translate this then as a birth of great power. Yeah, this is so the seventh then is a birth of great power. So this then refers to, in accordance with the time and the place that one takes birth, attaining a form that will enable one to have power and influence to be of greatest benefit to the widest number of beings. So again, the seventh quality is attaining a birth of great power, refers to that in accordance with the time and the place that one takes birth, that one has a birth whereby one has greatest power and influence over others in order to have great benefit, bestow great benefit to others. So that means in accordance with the time and the place, if rebirth as a human or a god is more beneficial, one would have such a rebirth. And if one's gender was that to be of greater benefit, was that of a man or a woman, that would be what one would take. So if, for example, being born as a woman were of greater benefit in a particular time and place, that would be the gender to be born into. Or if rebirth as a man was of greater benefit, that would be the rebirth that would be taken. So here, it's to have a rebirth where one can be of greatest benefit to others and have power and influence to be able to have a direct as well as indirect benefit on others.
Yeah. I didn't give a top than Demba school, said top than Demba said Gerasim was so rangi, Yamagi, that's Yawangamaki, Sonam Sasabi, Sonamgi, D. Le Sonamki, T. Topke, Setelina, Soso, and Lulia, Ranshingi, and Dunga Chunga, your Ganga Chunga, Chunga Yobata, and it's Nena Nua, and it's Ganga Chunga Yoba, and the nigger Setelina, Sedigi, Setibene, the Niki Yowangi, Tangazuki, Karchevena, Leagaroch, Karchip, Shall Rochevala, Sosugi, Tungi to Vata, Kiju, Karchevene, the Nigger Hone, Lamsan, the Nigger Legati, Tuela, Lelavo, the Nigger. Dum devoce to Tuya, the Nigi, and Jig Sosulia, Setelia, other Sosugi shall pamper to her nada, Jangit, pamper to her, Sosugi, Che, Tone, the Nichevan, Sosugi Punjata, Buddha, the Nigro Wachevan, the Nichila, and the Nigi Sosulia, Catoya, Nigawoda, Kiwaya, the Nichi, Yuvaneta, Dr. Tempas, Dondala, Anzuki, Kawanga, Sonam Sashi, Tugi, Dituki, Sedelia, and Anzuki, Lutop Chawada, and Nintop Chawa. And she had a pepper to into Chewa, and Ditone, Lega Karachevene, the Nuba Tempa Yoatella, Dr. Tempas, and then you see that Dr. Tempas, you understand.
So the last three we've looked at then, authoritative words being the fifth, the sixth, renowned for great power, the seventh, birth of great power, attaining a birth of great power. Now the eighth and final one, which in brief is just having power. Having power then refers to independence on the vast accumulation of virtue, the vast accumulation of good karma that oneself accumulated in previous lives. Then in this life, physically, one doesn't experience many problems. So one's health and physical state is one doesn't experience many problems. And moreover, that whatever one engages in this life, one easily succeeds in this. Whatever one's endeavors in this life, they are easily successful. So whether it's to ensure that one has sufficient material resources, whether it's activities to be of benefit to others, whether it's studying and meditating, and all acts of accumulation of virtue, that these come about with great ease, that one does not encounter many obstacles. And moreover, from one's way of thinking, it's very powerful. One's mind is a mind of great power. So this is the meaning of the eighth point, that of having power, It refers to physically, that one doesn't experience problems, and in one's life in general, that one is successful in all one's endeavors. And that's one's mind, one's way of thinking. One's mind has great strength, great power, isn't easily swayed or overcome, or easily distracted or overcome by life's difficulties.
Di nemi dribu dile dine chi yungo re che nemi dribu dine ke kie dine yungo res tsa dine chi yoba ina dine ke kie da tempa ina nga ju ge chue dribu ke war chue nyamlen che han la ani de so su ine chue nyamlen che ko ko ya bo yoba ani an shen le ina pemba du ya le pemba du tu ba yungo res tsa dine za dine ke nemi ju yin den kie de so nga ju ge le nyu nyu ko wa mili ke wa ge re de ina ya Tesuya Gion, the Nigger Yundin, the Tempaina, and the Soso Geshe Thubten, Shanley, Pemba Tuyala, Bishu Chimboche to go there.
So these 8 qualities, as we have in the text, 8 qualities conducive to continuing along the supreme path to omniscience, then these will be achieved, put it this way, to the extent that one abandons the 10 non-virtuous actions, and one accumulates or engages in the cultivation of the 10 virtuous actions, to that extent that one does so with one's body, speech, and mind, then to that extent one will accumulate the causes for these 8 results. And why are these 8 results so important, these 8 qualities of full ripening? Is because achieving them will ensure that one has the ideal circumstances to spend one's life engaged in Dharma practice, developing one's inner good qualities and skills and resources to be of ever greater benefit to others. So therefore, the attainment of these 8 great qualities is of great importance. And the method for attaining them is the abandonment complete to the best of one's ability, the 10 non-virtues, and to the best of one's ability, the cultivation of the 10 virtues.
Di yu sorda gwebe di yu simjen la cewa pangpa ma me dang we lo so ba jimba nga ja jomne shan la gubar cheba so la zhanxi din ne la du ling gui she da ji san di me ne min yu jie din te bu yen den jie yu ha la ne min yu yu ya ge yu sa wo re she de.
And of course, to achieve the results that is these 8 qualities, one has to accumulate the relevant causes to do so. It's independence on accumulating all the required causes that one will achieve the results of these 8 good qualities. Here now, returning to the text and to the bullet points, we see here one needs to create their causes, firstly abandoning harming any living being, making offerings of light and so forth to the 3 jewels, give clothes, etc. to the needy, by overcoming pride, have respect for all that lives. Take the responsibility of these practices into your own hands through the force of conscientiousness and mindfulness.
Simcha so lu chi ne chara da ya da shen Evalia ane je neyo je den je nebi ge me gi thon ro je Evalia tarwa ne de la tarwa je ba an din je ba ina ane ji gan zui mi na da simcha busin ju ne chu na lu ju de ba ya tuen chi pa chi ko xie le ce le ko so le gyo bi ge le ga ba de che bi ne da ngon ju de so ane je ka so che phun su bi gyu cha go le je.
Di tsama kosan in kollegina. Den tama che non perché to classic tu. Also die Drenche Sungso. Inji Toklan, also Drenche, dann Bakyo Liyo. Looking then at the first point, abandoning harming any living being. So this is of crucial importance, hence it's listed as the first. In terms of our physical behavior, we must ensure we don't bring any harm to others. The way of speaking, we don't bring any harm to others. And with both our physical and verbal activities being motivated by the mind, we need to ensure our mind too, our way of thinking, doesn't bring harm to others. We don't think in a harmful manner towards others. And if, to the extent that we cultivate these causes, not even having ways of thinking that are harmful towards others, those causes will lead to some of these 8 results, such as having a long life, having a life that is not only long, but a life that is healthy. And when we do encounter illness, we will not only be able to receive medical treatment, but that medical treatment, that medicine, will be effective. Moreover, in general, whatever our endeavors are that we engage in, these will readily be effective or be successful. So these are some of the causes that come about, come through not being harmful to others. And to emphasize the term here, not harming others, it doesn't only refer to not killing. It's much broader than that, not bringing harm into the lives of others.
Dene kato funson soba dige gyugar sagora sene dene marme dang gwe la soba jimba songdwa chiza marme dang gwe la soba jimba sedu anzulia an jigi ye konjole chime puya dang dene ge ane ku song tu de la namse puya ane lama dang dezule namse puya ane jig cheba na so jama de me do la soba da dene ge puya la soba da dizo ne puya ina ane 지지소 안에 지게 가도 분수배 교 안디 멤베게 안에 셴 미교알이야 안에 지게 대 가소래 지게 단미 나공당 데네기 매비게 즉 매발라야 안 튕게 토네 로기 토네 다 데네기 왜 데네기 토알이야 안에 지게 로바체야다 안에 미교알이야 두로제 두로 사바로 다 데닝지고 소소 강아 야야 제다 데네기 Conducive and Delia and Jig Javaina and Deso Sosolia and Lu Casore Cadopon Sobe, you didn't saw Reggie Cadopon Soba. That marme bene on Gulia, Shese Puya, Gulia, and Jig Namse Puya, and Jigo Chincho, the marme Puya, and again Lama Dang Denigi, and the Jig Gindu, Desolia, and the Namse Puya la Sobada, and Denigi marme Puya la Sobada. Indian basic, then again, Mamuya logic that Yuji Rigla, and Dinashi Mikolia, and Jiggy, then again, Jayat and then Robert and then Kang Yaya, Saba, then Puena, give a chima de Sosarale, Digi, Tewudida, Sosarale, Puson Sobati, Muriesura.
Namse, the per.
Namse.
Goso.
Kulen Namse Puya, Lama, Kindubala, Namne Puyada. Then a good idea, the Shesa, Chetting that the Nela, the neck, turn Diada, the nation, Mongolia.
The second of the 8 qualities, that's of excellent coloration, which, remember, had a far broader meaning than that. The causes that lead to that are outlined here in our second bullet point. So making offerings of light and so forth to the 3 jewels, give clothes, etc. to the needy. So here, one is encouraged to practice generosity towards those who are spiritually supreme, to make offerings to them. So offerings of light, offering of clothes, such as robes to the Buddhas, and so forth. And also, and there's a wide array of offerings one can make, such as the text explicitly mentions the lights and offering of clothing, or offering of robes. And then in terms of not just to those who are spiritually supreme, but also giving to ordinary beings who are impoverished and are in need. And here practicing generosity to them as well and alleviating their suffering. So these are the causes that would lead to the attainment of the second of the 8 qualities. And moreover, if you think of further ways to accumulate the causes that lead to the second result, would be places that people gather to create virtue, such as within our Dharma center or at the stupa, to clean it, to ensure that it's an ideal place, a suitable place where one can accumulate virtue. And therefore, one cleans with good motivation and does this as an offering. This too creates these relevant causes that lead to the attainment of the second of the 8 qualities. The third bullet point is by overcoming pride, have respect for all that lives. This then is cultivating the cause of abandoning one's pride and being humble, whether or to both classes of those who are supreme, such as to one's teachers, as well as to ordinary beings, to be respectful towards all. This creates the causes to be born in a family of perfect lineage. So this third quality refers specifically to abandoning pride, being humble before others, and having an attitude of humility and respect towards others. And moreover, rejoicing in the good qualities of others, no matter whom they are, rejoicing in the good qualities of one's spiritual teachers, but as well as of those who are similar to oneself, as well as those who are struggling in society, struggling in terms of accumulating virtue. Whomever, being rejoicing in whatever virtue they're accumulating, and being respectful towards all.
Wanchu Pusum Soba said, Yoya, and together the Deji Wanchu Pusum Soba said, Susuki, Jimbataya, Jimbata, that Deji Nashin, Sedan, Guedan, Kaladan, Kari, Tony, Shanlia, Jimbataya did it. Jimbatane, and the Susuki, Concholia, Puyada, Concholi Chupuya, Shema, and Jimbataya did it. And the Malong, Jimbas, Longanzolia, Penicashim, Gubutonia, Jimbatero, Chela, Yoruba, the Jimbalonganzole, Longaras de la Cashing, Gubutone, Jimbatayana. And you can see Chilong and Meva in a Sosorangi, me, Shanali, Robochacare, Robochat, Dustin, Jimbatan, Duschevina, and then watch you put so good. Carlsen, Sosugi, Cedelia, Jimbatan, and the Digi Dibudi, Yawachimala, Sosolia, Longia, Oligorova. Chisna, Cedelia, Sosugi, Jimbo, Nadu. Jimbalia, Jimbataya Comshidi, some Comshio Baza, Yawachimine, Tasso Monjulia, Mogia, the Mojulia, Deliane, Jimbataya Kakawungorwa. Deniza, Sosoranga that the Mikyo that is a control of Shopia, the Negi Kyo Jimbataya, that and Sosugi Jimbataya, Digi, and Sosugi Tibu de la Mombine. Sosolia, Mishasanga Gabuya, one Sosoana Chimochadi, the Chavore, Geneza, the Jiminium Jedda, Yaconjolia, Chobuya, Ma Chandalia, and Jiminium, Jimbataya is.
The fourth of the 8 qualities, that's of being a perfect ruler. So here you remember the meaning of this fourth point. The cause then that leads to that is principally the effective practice of generosity. So here one practices generosity in whatever way one can, such as making offerings of food to those who are hungry, making offerings to the 3 jewels, using whatever material resources one has in abundance to show respect to the 3 jewels, to ease the burden of suffering of those who are without. But not leaving it just at the material level, but beyond this, to help others in terms, to be of benefit to others in terms of helping them through this, the sharing of the skills and resources that we all have as individuals, and thereby easing their burden of difficulty, pain, and suffering. So this practice of generosity, to be truly effective, not only should one use what one has, what one has in excess to ease the burden of suffering of others, but do so with an attitude taking delight in being able to help others, taking great joy in being able to ease their burden of suffering, and always with the wish to be able to help others ever more so, doing so with wisdom in accordance with one's capacity, and in terms of visualization, in this way, imagine helping others ever more. And so now with both of these aspects of one actually being of help for others, but two, doing so with a light and joyous mind, one creates the causes that in one's future lives, one will not only have an abundance of resources and skills and talents oneself, but in addition, one will want to be able to utilize these to ease the burden of suffering of others, and thereby, due to this habituation, all one's resources, both inner good qualities as well as outer resources, one will see these as effective tools to ease the burden of suffering of others, to be of ever greater benefit to others. And in this way, from lifetime to lifetime, one not only grows spiritually oneself, but one's positive impact on the lives of others, these grow too.
Ngāyā chimne shenla guba chawa soksada, da ngāyā chimne shenla guba chawa soksa, ngāyā chimne shenla guba chima sayade rik punsun soba che, tada di sok nāla ya, anda di wāngchū punsun soba da, cik punsun soba geda, andi su gyuti ki shigore, tadi di che wāngchū punsun soba sasare, da cik zunba di gyuti karsa gore se na ngāyā zugi ngāgi migawa di sungu gore che, ngāgi migawa, da ngāgi kwa di migawa, zun sama cik su ngākya, odu su sungu gore se, di su ba sunga ina, 마음바나 아니 지측순바리 뭐래지래.
In the Tibetan, we have here, by overcoming pride, have respect for all that lives, and so forth. The and so forth there, we don't have it in English, but it refers to the point of generosity that has just been mentioned. Then if we continue to look at the 8 qualities, the 5th was that of authoritative words. As mentioned earlier, this comes about in dependence on the cultivation of the causes of abandoning, specifically the 10 non-virtues that relate directly to speech. So abandoning lying, abandoning harsh words, abandoning divisive speech, and abandoning gossip or idle speech. So through abandoning these 4, one creates the causes that will ripen in having authoritative speech in our future lives, and thereby be able to be of great benefit through our verbal communication to others.
다 왕체와 잡아 세디 왕체와 잡아 세디 귤 가르사고라 선당한 주기 세대를 개바 침미기 된델이야 연된데 부수 초바 용어 쇼스네 되니기 용어 있던다 몰람데 야고래지 몰람데 야고래지.
The 6th of the 8 qualities, the renowned for great power. So this comes about in dependence on making prayers.
다 집이 개발해서 봐 온보다 된바 세팅한 주기 내가 디 유가르사 거라서네 디시 셰들이 감 내갑다 코르네 뒤당 아니 지기 내갑다 뒤당 아니 룸바 강라 되비게 자와 강실레 가리톤에 베네 디 가리톤에 디 포이 된다 된제 샹랴 판도 주체다 누부체 주투에 여바지리아 소수기 마음바나 데니촌에 레가지 제제 판도 주부상거나 덴디 용화기 아니 델라 가와 데덴데라 가와체다 다음 가와체들이 해세래 당한 주기 덴 아니 감나 내가다 유다 듀라 바베기 룸바데솔야 제비가 원보 덴바체 판도 개치마 주투에나 원의기 룸바데솔야 지로치긴 선배 삼로 요베나 기비 원보다 덴바딜이야 한 기비 원보다 덴바치 개와쇼세모 지 기비 원보 덴바 기비 원보라 가와체다 양지 부미기 원보 부미기 덴데를 부미기 덴이 토네 샬이야 판도 개치마 주투야다 Nubache Yungana, Denigi Tentela, Bumi Tela Kawachia. Then she got together, Tin Yan Lumba Kashe Gyapta, Nyagapta, Dudan Kashelia, Tin Pomi, Tin Kevakaya Meba, Gangi Tone, Nea, Chikshalia, Sosuke, Jana Tone, Nubatunche, Shala Rocha Bada, Pembotuya, Sosuke, and agent Geshe Thubten Debadi Kevakaya Meba Yungurwa, Denigi Yimbana, and Denigi, Chicken as me, dearly, me Kiwala Kawala, Kawachi, Tamon, me Kiwachi, Kiwachilema, then Bear would do us, me Kiwachilan to Budu Sempeke, on the Niki Kiwale, Kawachi did it, Kaw, Delia Kawaki did it.
The seventh or the eighth quality also comes about in dependence on prayer. So here, the seventh being attaining a birth or great power. So here one expresses the sincere aspiration. In all future lives, may I be born as attain the rebirth that's of greatest benefit to others, whether as a human or God, but in particular now as I'm engaged in my training, be born as a human where I can continue to rapidly spiritually develop. But may I be born in the place, the country or the area where I can be of greatest benefit. Moreover, may I be born in the gender where I can be of greatest benefit. So here one makes these aspirational prayers with true sincerity, without attachment to a particular country or nationality, but with a sincere wish, may I be born in whichever place I can be of greatest benefit. One does so with sincerity and with joy, freed of attachment for a particular place, with a sincere aspiration to be of greatest benefit to others. May I be born in whichever place, in whatever gender, so that I can spiritually develop and be of benefit to others.
On top of the said the Yudikare Lamna, Anzuki said Eliang, Kusanzuki, the Angele, Gewachima top the Demba, you can saw station, Chigi, Lagachialia, Mishandagi, the Nikimato, Sosuki, and Zunduchi Jeje, and Lagachi Tuya Gachalia, Pando Tuya Jada, and then Sosurana Chituya, and Sosurana Jibuchi to Minashanda, Yum the Mimangum. Domje, Robachi, when the Chasan Domje, Gotichi, on the teacher was big, then a Gotichi, and an answer Dom, Nuba, Tenche Shalia, Pampa Tubaina, and it is on this order, top that temper. Domba said, Mimangonium the Ruruchena, so the Chibuji Maduna, Mimangonium the Domje Ruruchena, that the young grew up and around to get them. Nobakashelia, Penichulo, the Kangashu, Yudikablia. So Jibuki to Yamara, and me watching him the Ruruchan to Chazangi, or they did the Kanga, Kanga say with Chulo, Denigi, me Kanga to Jewels, Chazan Ruruchan, Gotiche, me Mangoja to Guguche, then the Ruruchan Robache, and Kanga say, and so get Anjim Mishanaga, or Dangi to Samara something, or Dangi Jiggins and Shanley, Pembertuyalia, Sosugi, New Doki, Shanley, Pembertuyada, on those che, Jebaina, and the Sosugi. And then Dinashi, Sosugi, Shanlia, and Jig, Robache, Sayata, Tuyada, Denigatola, Shanlia, Tangajele, Shanley, Pembertuyagi, Liberty, Pemberkazi, Tuvine, so stop that, but you are the unity.
The causes then that lead to the eighth quality, that of having power. So there are two aspects here. One is that whatever one engages in, do so with the mind of joyous perseverance. Do so aware that whatever one does, in dependence on one's way of thinking, this can be virtuous and be of help to others. So that's not expressed so clearly. So whatever one is doing, do so with joyous perseverance, with the understanding that this is an activity of virtue, and one is engaging in it to be of benefit to others. Whether one is able to directly help others through whatever one is doing, or indirectly help others. So whatever one is engaging in, do so with the wish to be of benefit to others, and whether it's direct or indirect, and do it with great joy, delight in what one is doing. And then the second aspect of the causes that lead to this eighth result is to encourage others in virtue, to encourage others in the virtuous activities that one is doing. So here we can think of, there are many examples in our world of charitable activities which start out with a person having the wish to be of benefit to others, and thereby creating a organization that can make this a communal activity, giving others the opportunity to partake. Because, for example, if you have the wish to alleviate material suffering of others, perhaps people who are impoverished and they can't dress properly, or they can't have sufficient food, you as one person can do very little. But if you create a community of those who want to help, then your ability to be of benefit to others is far greater, and moreover, through encouraging others to engage in virtue, many are thereby creating causes of happiness. So these two aspects, that of ensuring that whatever one does so with joyous perseverance, and the second, of encouraging others in virtue to join you in your virtuous endeavors. These two are the two aspects of the causes that lead to the eighth quality of having power.
다 내면에 예단데마 디여바나 가르요레 람나 소수기 셴레 펜버 주별라 판도 개시 주투고 다가지 만주기 셴레 펜버체 신유 두하세야다 디기 주비에 고랑주 낭부에 최내 시야도 신이 디기 주비에다 두하세야리아 가지 디체드가 레가데 자와 뉴버체 제투부이나 디고고로 와다 가지 고야디로 뉴버체 제투고로 와다 세상 디네 인상 안에 만주기 가서 카도 풍선 소바지 요구 그래서디 카도 풍선 소바지 요반에 미수부 야보 수부 탕보 안 통나 차상의 수위 통배네 가랑나 깨고야 당 너원보 양아 차상 창와 안에 되니기 지게 게 년보 되네 요바이나 안에 그런기 셴레 판도 주야라 디기 풍선 소바 디 gen제 셴레 판도 망어 개체 주투고 그래 베네 당아도 최시간 제베네 최교 시간이 온다베네 다 개바이나다 부메이나다 최시간 시간들 배 수고야고 안직미 수통나 통대부 안직게 년부 안직게 마 계시를 좀 나되게 야고 쉬우 넘겨 야고 쉬우데 시안에 시간지 송한지 최송한지 여베네 대 최슈가 마리그로 와다 미가 제 마리나 아니 디기 예제 안소술에 판도망하지 두고 디망을 고르와다 아주 최초로 삼다나 되네와 아직 최시행지 최야워시나지 배야지 수부 통 마디부로 단계 되게 진행부 메디어라서 지 기시 시탄 연부 메디게 게 연부 메디 수부 되게 배통 마디버지 지여배나 나 최시행 되게 됐어 뉴아로 용식으로 와다 아주 지딘 아주 지딘 비게 좋다로 지용으로 와다 요 되네자 판도 개체를 됐어 중알마도 이래고 말고 안데 아주 지딘베 자와 지다베네 다 베나 저기 다 갸브소소라 외쇼 갑리아 외쇼 롱아도디 지게만 저기 로년 타면 되는게 부다 보모 안지기 베마세 닝지고 제가 수부야고 통디고 디로제 되는게 토네 안데 외쇼 롱바네 외쇼 망알라르고 봐 가서 그런 게그 뉴베기 때래 안데 지금 미차상 코로나 거부지 와서 코에 나면도 코로 닝거 봐 안데 내게 아직 교부배 지금 변조에 매딩 교부 안에 지게 수부 통마대바로 배 지기네 안에 지기 외슈시 대롱아토네 라하고로 뉴마드라고 말봐 제가 라하고로 진짜 되게 소수그 류포좀 소바주변 디톤에 셴레 펜버도나 펜버 개시 주투 거래 진짜 님 푼수 소바 용 그거를 해야 돼 소수기 야가게다 안에 교화되게로 통존제당 안에 야가디 가제 니기 캐버시네 니기지 말해 야디 야 고야게 내가 여러와 지교하다 통존치도 나베셔레 통존도 도와 삼삼라 삼단에 지고마 지 통존게 마다디딩 안주 가르서는 셴레 펜버도야라 뉴바 판도 개체의 뉴버치 주투 거래 진짜 니네기 주투야 될라 데니지 유나 판도 개체 주투 뉴버치 주투 거래스 진짜 인자 데니지 용하게 유데네 싸우고래 사지 디시 거래
We've looked then at what are these 8 qualities of full maturation, as well as the causes that lead to them. So we see that they come about independent from causes. Here now I want to re-emphasize why these are important, because it's imperative that one understands why attaining qualities as these are seen as desirable. Because without a clear understanding, then it's quite easy to misinterpret what is presented here. So as always, the motivation of the practitioner is paramount. And that is the second reason why it's important that we understand why one will strive for such goals. Because from a worldly perspective, to hear that one is striving for a goal of being, having an attractive physique, of having influence over others, authority, power, from a worldly perspective, this would sound quite not only egotistical, but it would sound quite dangerous. So it's important, therefore, to understand the motivation that one needs to have, and thereby why these are effective and desirable. So, if we think, and this is particularly clear with some of these, like the second one, the second of the 8, that of excellent coloration, the third, perfect family lineage, the fourth, of a perfect ruler, the fifth, authoritative words, and the sixth, renowned for great power. So these can sound very strange if understood from the worldly perspective. But from the perspective of a true spiritual practitioner, one wants to spiritually develop, not only for one's own benefit, but so that one can be of ever greater benefit to others in this world. And because one is wanting to be of benefit to those who are, to those in this world who have a worldly way of thinking, one needs to be able to operate in accordance with their own dispositions, with their particular karmic backgrounds and ways of thinking. We know that in the world, one's physique, one's charisma, one's way of speaking is valued. It does have an impact. And if you think of the people that, in general in society, who are the people whose opinions are sought out on a wide variety of things, whether they have any knowledge or skill in that, are people who are famous in the worlds of entertainment or sport. Their opinions are sought out, or if their opinion isn't even sought out, but they nevertheless express it over social media, people listen. Or people who are born into particular families, whether families of wealth or families of royalty, people want to hear what they have to say. They are open and receptive to what they have to say. So as spiritual practitioners, we need to develop a sincere motivation of wanting to be of benefit to others, understanding what this means on a deep level, and striving to spiritually develop so that oneself is developed and can have a positive impact on others, a virtuous impact on others, and thereby can help guide others in how to accumulate the causes that will lead to happiness, in other words, minds of virtue, and how to identify and turn away from those minds and ways of thinking that lead to suffering, the afflicted minds. So this needs to be our motivation. And with such a motivation then, one strives to have these 8 good qualities, all always clear to be of benefit to others.
Jig so ra su sambo ji da ya bu ji la ka hwa jia da xian de ji su tong mei de wang bo ma chang wa da de ni ji lia ji ma ha wa che che nga de di ge wa de ni shi ra na san ba ina ya di no chu che ko de nga zu ge da ri pu so ba yin ne da ga de nga zu da ro ba de ni zang cha xin yi to ne di sam da wai ne di mu ji hu ma ji ba de tong chong cha ru ko de da mo ne ra ji ya su bo ya da wang bo chang da de ne ge ri to bo le ga wa che di men ba che le xian da le ya 통전 마가와 제바에는 건조 통전다 니링차 디디고 말해 다들 디셔리 디기시고 말 그래서는 아주 개주주 현기 현래 등 현된 주에 동화세에 단 디기 주야고 시기로 와다 동화세에 단 디기 주에게 탈람디 현래 디기 주에다 동화세에야 베주체 가려서는 제가 직풍숨 소바다 왕주 풍숨 소바 카도 풍숨 소바 여바이나 현기 동화세에야 베주체요래 디기 주야라 누부체요래 되는 인자 디고래서지 디시고래.
Again, this is really an important point to make. We need to, as practitioners, we need to come to understand ourselves well. We need to look at ourselves with honesty, with sincerity. And we need to be practitioners of integrity in that we guard ourselves from self-deception. Because it's very easy to express humility, to show humility, to act in a humble way, to pretend that praise isn't important to oneself, that being seen in a particular way or seen as better than others isn't important to ourselves. But we need to guard ourselves against self-deception. We need to be honest and sincere with ourselves, so that when we're striving to cultivate good qualities, we're doing so with a clear understanding of the dangers that pride and the other afflictions present, so as not to come under the delusion that I'm trying to spiritually develop to benefit others, but really we're doing it just for reputation and for self-advancement. So here, it's imperative we look deep within. Where we see the afflictions, we turn away from them. We apply antidote, and we don't allow ourselves to come under the influence. We don't act in a deceptive way towards others, but we are honest with ourselves, and we're honest in our portrayal of ourselves to others.
Dine samdana sanyi chue dele ya niring dine pasu sanyi chue nyamlen chege pe ina mi kyo kaze na ongbo ma sangwa kado miduba do miduba ani mi supo kyo dine gi ani saya toya da dine gi tokshu gine me deken kyo kaze na dele ningje ma ye wo da sanyi pe dele tongchong je de pa re sanyi chue dele ya ningje jam ningje 학벌 대래 제와지오래 인지기오래 제선 대래 펜버도 송마도 대래 통중제고래 송고 사이유체 나를 송고 말 제선 대래 학벌도 대래 제와지오래 안디 송고를 봐 제선 데니치래 아니 나 상기기 최념는 제일 리기 개발요 말을 송고를 제선 디 릭마와레스 제추 말 릭토와 제추고서 리기 개발 가요 말 릭 제추 릭 간스 이내 상기기 최념는 제발을 개발 가요 말에서 리기 개발 지고 말 상기리야 상기 최 제반념래. 제가 디네 인상 상기기 남바 상기비 최 념는 제라 리기 개발요 말에 리간시 깨나 디고래 리간시 나디고 최 념는 리기 개발 강요 말에. 나 하바도 교하다 미 왕탕 체다 변조 체라 가와 체다 교하를 교 마가와 체 자기요 말에 가르슨 교하들이야 하바도 잠니지 깨다 델레 로바가도 제도 그래서 제가 상기기 최기 납자 최 념는 제단디로 디네 인상 다데디 소야디야 디소야 고로마 추바 고네 마테와 제와디 계치 못 차고 진짜 상이기 추기 줘상 교와 같이 교와는 델레 잠니지 체단 델로 로제와 계치 못 차고 냠는 제발라 최냠는 제 릭나 리당 캬버 가야요 지부 가리는 지 잔냠데 지바래 봐도 캬버 가야요 말했어 근데 디네 인상 다데디 릭푼 좀 쳐봐 지지오 저 너민 연대 예세디 시연도 데니게 연된 데니 주여바 있나 현래 판도 주의기 누버체 연구를 해서 쉬고 지난 판도지에 누버체디 아주 현래 판도 주의야 동아세야다 디기 주의야 누버체지 그걸 말 누버면은 먼저기 랑의 판마다 현래 판도 그거 말 지난 아주 누버데 되면 주고 그래 데니 인자 데니게 누버데 되면 연야 되라 귀디네 싸우고 해서 숨 거래 하디 저기 톱상 전념다 미리 엔제당 아니 리기 예시 시기도 선배게 데니기 삼노나라 양지게 용시기로 와지단 예수디 단단 오마다 하모 와이나 식도 거치나 하모 와이나 용시벨 데니 인자 디 세부지 하고 어디 계시 못 하고 그래
to add a bit more to this point, because again, it's imperative to understand where this is coming from, that it's not about gaining power and influence for oneself, but it's so that one can be of benefit to others. The Buddha Dharma has as a foundation that of impartiality, the need to abandon this attitude that we have of feeling a closeness and affinity with certain groups, and an aversion to other groups, and an indifference to the vast majority. There's no place for that in the Buddha Dharma, not in terms of the teachers who share the Buddha Dharma, nor the students who receive it. So therefore, for us as aspirants to the paths of the Mahayana Dharma in particular, this needs to be abandoned. But it doesn't. A partial attitude does not exist anywhere in the Buddha Dharma. So where one has a partial attitude within oneself, this one needs to identify, root out, develop a impartial attitude towards others. And the further way to understand this, though, is the Buddha Dharma, as one is developing the Buddha Dharma within oneself and sharing it with others, one needs to do so with this impartial attitude. But as love and compassion grows ever stronger within oneself, one will feel a stronger need to guide those who are in particular need, whose situation is the most desperate. And this is not done this is done without any partiality, but knowing that certain individuals or groups, their situation is most desperate. This is where one will feel more drawn, these are to whom one will feel more drawn to eating their suffering, to being of assistance and benefit in their lives. Because there are, within our world, there are groups and individuals and groups whose society abandons, turns their back on, looks down on, ignores their plight. There are groups or individuals whose situation is most desperate. And those, as one develops ever more powerful love and compassion within oneself, will be drawn more to helping because their situation is more desperate. But again, it's imperative that one understands clearly that one's basis is actually one of impartiality, but with wisdom too, wisdom combined with love and compassion, where the need is greatest, in particular to those in society that are abandoned and ignored, one is drawn to ease their burden of suffering and pain.
This is Geshe Thubten Rabten. 다음 번에 내가 저기 제점을 나려야 겨울음치게 야시 폐기 말해야 돼. 이게 금세 뒤워라 먹을리고 봐. 진짜 겨울음치 송고래. 나 양시 레벨 용배네. lumba들의 판도와 첨부는 알이야 배주 판도 제기 고급 약보치 배주 첨부라고 옛날에 판도 여반은 양시 용추 용그리스. 근데 나 양시 용배네 될이야 이제 동아시아단 디기 주야려 판도로지 lumba들 대단 될이야 판도 제투고면은 매나 용구 말했어. 용과요 말했어. 가서 용구 말했어. 근데 lumba 대단 될이야 내가 대단 될이야 직계와 양세지례제 디 셴이 디기 주야당 동아시아에 판도 개체물 주투고이나 야서 용거리 해서 거래.
그런 페피에 뭐냐 충이.
충이야서 거래. 펩스는 충세거라. 가지고 제시준에 펩스거래. 충세도.
페피면 충.
펩스는 충나는 펩는 충화로 보고래. 페비리에서도 충화뭐. 페비리라도 돼 요말와. 신의 용으로서 지다야서 충구리에서.
개와체마.
개와 제마마 다들 예들 와는 주야자마 다들 충서로 지개와 제마 양시 충야 양시 기히오라 미세상에 겨름지 양시 리기 말에 두번 먹물리거라 지상 겨름지 가르친 거라서 나 양시 레바 개와 치말이야 나 지금 양시지 개와 충제 동화세 당 판도 주야게 개첨부 야고 지투고 여봤나 되네게 제래 거바 주여봤나 용구리에서 데네기 양수 용번에 판도다 데네기 제투 매면은 용 말했어. 지사 데네 양수 용아야 대양 안에 계시 용바이나 안에 lumba 가는 충분히랍나 라와 유겐 기합질리그리스 라와 유겐 마도 라와 메켄 데니기 렐링 마레스다 라와 유겐 소술이야 최냠는 지야 현이 디기 주야다 동아세야라 판도자 라와 유겐 여바질라 기합질리그리스 양치기리 송거래.
For example, to give an illustration to show this, His Holiness is often asked, will he take rebirth when he's no longer in this body? Will he take rebirth again? And his answer for a long time has been the same. It's been that if there's benefit, I will be reborn. But if my rebirth will not bring benefit, will not ease the burden of suffering, then there's no point. There's no point in being reborn. But if there is a purpose, if my rebirth will lead to me being able to ease the burden of suffering of beings, if my rebirth will enable me to be of benefit to beings, I will do so. If not, well, then there's no point. And then when people ask, so where will you be born? And again, he says very clearly, I will be born where I have freedom to benefit. I will be born in a place, in a time and a place and in a form where I can be of most benefit to others. So if we can see then the link between these 8 qualities and what His Holiness himself has been saying.
가신 부메질을 충지 될야 판도체 되네 개체 용은 부메를 용 시기레스 용 시버레스 계시 용바이네 아니 가도 푼송 소바질래 니지부실래 용그레스 송을 봐지다 디 가도 푼송 소바 내미 푼송 소바스 그래 제가 되는 용바이나 내미니 푼송 소바 되는 용바이나 가려래 람나 샹래 판바 신기 중화세야 돼 디기두블레 니버체제도 그래스 제가 되는 인자 되는 게 니버체모 제투에게 누버데 덴바치를 용구를 해송거다. 제가 되는 인자 디송거래. 제가 되는 인자 될야 양 제가 에메 교와다 동안디게 또 미두바딜야 통중제바다 아니 야가질이야 착신집에 이기시 말. 제가 되는 인자 되는 아주 디셔야디 현이 동화세에 디기두발라 가도 풍수 소바지 고브리 해서지 상계랑기 대강의 최나는 송구여바 인자 네 제가 되는 인자 현이 되인주바다 현이 동화세 전부들이 깨와지 렌지 부메지를 깨와 렘바이네 깨와 렘바 잠이 지고 말 가서 타 동화세다 디기두벨라 펠도 야침을 두고 그래서지 되는 주tum다 용그리 되는 주 먹었나 주 모듬도 용 말을 송으로 와 제가 판도 야침을 주야라 튕긴디기 주야기 튕겨 세상 상황이 고로 와다 세상 상황을 고려도 내미기 연대 예단 덴바지 되니기 덴바지를 깨와 링고래 깨와 충고래 지산 된 총한테 되니 충고라도 남바 닝지워지를 충고래 했으면도 지산 내미기 연대 예단 덴바지 되니시 용고래 송고다 나라 지산 되니 인자 양 가시기 내려 이게 오대 양 교월이야 통쇼지기도 세야다 되니 삼들 코र्स 마시바 말와 지산 되니 인자 지수기 최기 예수 되게 찾아 하 먹어나 되는 용식으로 하고 봐이나 대용 말와 지난 되는 인자 다 돈다라 송야디게 결함치도 송야디게 다디디 디도는 송거를 지난 내미유나 게다 잡아 용구리에 송거를.
Hopefully then in my presentation it's been clear not just what these 8 qualities of full maturation are, but it's also clear what their causes are, and then thirdly in particular that it's clear what the motivation should be and what the purpose of achieving these should be. And also through mentioning the example of His Holiness, you can see how he practices. And actually it reminds me of when a journalist a couple of years ago in America asked him would he take rebirth or not? Would there be another Dalai Lama? And he answered in the way that I've mentioned. He said, if there's benefit, I will be there. If there's no benefit, well, then there's no point. And then he was asked further, will you be reborn as a man or a woman? And he said, yes, as a woman. He said, if it's a benefit, I'll be born as a woman. But if I'm born as a woman, then I would ensure that my physique would be attractive. I would be an attractive woman. So this answer, whilst wasn't clearly understood, we can understand from this presentation, from the second of these 8 qualities, that in order to be of benefit, one needs to have a form as well as a way of speaking that is found attractive by people, that is, people enjoy being in your presence. And the reason for that is not because so you can be outstanding in the world in terms of better than others, superior to others, but so that you can be more effective in being of benefit to others. So this was the reasoning behind what was said. For those who understand this presentation in the Dharma, there was no confusion. For those who don't, then it was easy to misinterpret and think he was talking either one gender up and one gender down, or saying those who it's better to be beautiful than not. This wasn't the motivation. So hopefully that's clear now. The motivation is always how can one be of greatest benefit to others. Tonight then, we've looked at the 8 qualities of full maturation, as well as their causes, and the causes we see here. But the key point, before we summarize with the causes, the key point is to have the wish that life after life, to always attain a rebirth where one is in a place and in a form that one can be of greatest benefit to others. So that's the motivation to cultivate these 8 causes that will lead to these 8 results. And those causes in particular, missaid, that is the motivation to cultivate the causes that lead to these 8 results. And the causes we see mentioned here with the first 3 bullet points: abandoning harming any living being. Secondly, making offerings of light and so forth to the 3 jewels, giving clothes, etc. to the needy. Fourthly, by overcoming pride, having respect for all that lives, and so forth. And so forth we can also understand to refer to the 10 virtuous actions, the abandonment of the 10 non-virtues, and the intentional cultivation of the 10 virtues. So these done with the aspiration of making prayer, that in each and every life may I be born in the best of places and the best of circumstances to be of greatest benefit to others. In particular, that this motivation and this expression of the prayer is not just a mere expression of words, but it's with sincerity, where one truly wants to be of benefit to others. In this way, one can be sure that life to life, we will progress spiritually, being of ever greater benefit to others. So we'll conclude here then for tonight, and then next week we'll continue looking at what to do about the non-virtues that we have accumulated in the past. We've looked at now the need to accumulate virtue. Now, what to do about the negative karma that we've accumulated in the past. So we'll look at that, at purification, next week then. Thank you very much.